Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. So happy and honored to be here with you all today in this gorgeous community. I want to start out with one of my favorite quotes that I've been using in every presentation that I've given in the past couple of years. It's by Dr. Bayo Akamalafe, and he likes to say, "Times are urgent, let us slow down." I'm gonna say it one more time. Times are urgent, let us slow down. And so that is the spirit with which I am coming onto the stage. That is the spirit that I'm hoping to engender in our bodies today. So all of the speakers at this summit have been so beautiful in their courage. These times call for outrageous courage. Am I right? Outrageous courage. To meet fully with the grief and the pain, the trauma, individual trauma, collective trauma, and the intergenerational trauma that you just heard Dr. Nadine speak about. These times also call for us to connect with that which is sacred. And so with that, I bring the following image onto the screen. And I'm going to step out of my comfort zone right now because given everything that is happening in the world, I think it is necessary for me to do some modeling. I'm going to do something that I've never done before. And I'm going to sing in public. I have never done this in my entire life. But that is what these times call for, right? Before I do that, I'm going to say that what I'm offering up in the space today, I would like to invite you to take less as a presentation and more as an experience. We're going to have a collective experience with one another. So with that, I'm going to offer up some instructions, and these are completely optional. Any instructions that I offer are completely optional. But if you would like to follow along, please place one hand on your heart. I can see you kind of getting comfortable in your seats. Yes, one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. And as you're doing that, perhaps you're starting to feel a little bit more connected to the seat that you are in. And maybe now, start to feel the bottoms of your feet and notice if the right foot or the left foot or whichever part of your body is meeting with the earth is lighter or heavier than the other. Is the right side of your body or the left side of your body lighter or heavier than the other? And together, I'd like to invite us into an act of collective solidarity, and let us take 3 deep breaths together. And as you are taking these deep breaths, you may actually notice that there is a shift, a subtle shift in the sound of the silence in this room, in the way that you are connecting your body to the earth. And I'm going to start with this. I'm going to sing this phrase to you, and I'd like you to sing it back to me. You are beautiful. You are magical. You are beautiful. That's what you are. Sing it to me. You are beautiful. You are magical. You are beautiful. That's what you are. And now, We are beautiful. We are beautiful. We are beautiful. That's what we are. I am beautiful. I am magical. I am beautiful. That's what I am. And now noticing the quality of the silence in the room has shifted once again. I want to call for a loving revolution at the level of perception. There is something amiss in the way that we are perceiving ourselves, the way that we view our internal world. Something is amiss, and I want to propose that something is amiss at the level of our relationship to color. Think about it. We actually choose to treat people differently on the basis of the way that we perceive their color. And color is something that we all have such an intimate and profound relationship with. So in this space today, I'm hoping to experiment with shifting that. And I want to ask this question. What is the power that art has to move and transform us from the inside out, to connect us to the sacred? And so in this moment, I'd like you to think of a person, an animal, an object, or a place that brings you in touch with whatever the sacred is. Call them into the room with you right now. And if you need to close your eyes, you can do that. A person, animal, object, or place which brings you in touch with the sacred. Can you imagine that they have joined with us in this room today? Can you imagine that you can project them into the space of the art that you see behind me? And even now, you may notice again the quality of the sound of the silence in the room has shifted again. And so, let's experiment. Let's play. The artwork that you see behind me is by a phenomenal artist named Wangechi Mutu. Some of you may be familiar. And when you're looking at this art, I want you to take a moment and notice if there are any particular feelings or sensations or emotions that are coming into your body. Where is the eye being drawn towards? Is there anything in particular that is coming up in your memory in this moment? Some form of self-recognition that is being inspired. And you may ask yourself, what is it that I can do on a moment-to-moment basis to change the world when the suffering that we are facing collectively is so enormous? So this is what I want to suggest. Oh, and it doesn't want to let me suggest. Hang on. These are some of the primary components of the practice of embodied awareness, some of the tools that you can use at any moment in time in order to transform everything about your relationship with yourself and the world around you. Each of us as humans has been gifted the power of awareness. If you are alive, then you are aware. In any given moment, you can bring the power of your attention, your breath, your ability to concentrate on what is happening right in front of you. You can shift your posture and your alignment in order to show that you are fully present and engaged with the people around you. You can become curious, truly curious about the people who you are seeing, the places that you are encountering. You can deliver compassion for yourself and for others, noticing and recognizing the quality of the emotions that we have with one another, noticing when you feel present or absent, noticing the gift of relationality, of intentionality. And so with that, I want to say a little bit of something about how I use this in my professional world. I debuted at the Museum of Modern Art an event called The Art and Science of Hope and Justice with my colleagues Dr. Dan Siegel and Orlando Villarraga. And this debuted around the time of the Trump election in the United States, when there was so much violence and vitriol. And we decided that what was needed at that time was an experience of diving deep into the art inside of our hearts so that we could discover how it is that as scientists coming together with artists and musicians, we can really reveal the capacity that the mind and the brain has to actively generate hope and justice that live nowhere else other than inside of the body. My next event with the Museum of Modern Art was art and awareness as a catalyst for collective healing. And why is this important? Museums around the world are deciding that they have to become active in becoming spaces to heal and reveal trauma, to offer critical services of well-being to the world. And so for those of you who are patrons of museums or perhaps who belong to a museum, I want to call on us now to really think hard about how museums can become future sites of healthcare for our society. So I'm going to skip over that last slide because I want to move directly into this final experience. Please cue the music. If you'd like to close the eyes, I invite you to close your eyes. Or if you're more comfortable, you can anchor into the artwork that is behind me. This is a piece of art by the artist Betty Sara. You may even vacillate between slowly opening the eyes and closing the eyes just to notice the experience. And let's place one hand on the heart and the other on the belly. And notice what begins to shift in this space. If your eyes are closed, you may notice certain colors arising in your internal experience. If you choose to open your eyes, you may notice an immediate shift as soon as you connect with the art. What is coming alive for you in this moment? Is there some aspect of yourself which you have neglected, which you now remember in the presence of this art? Shifting now to this artwork by Sam Gilliam. As you notice the difference in the colors on this canvas, is there some shift that you notice inside of you? Let's all take 2 more deep breaths and experiment with allowing the muscles of the belly to soften and relax. What do you notice? As you notice your inhales and your exhales, what dream may be burgeoning inside of you? So I want to end this experience with a suggestion. And the suggestion is this. We are beings who live at the nexus of our ancestors' dreams and the memories of our descendants. I'm going to say it one more time. We are beings who live at the nexus of our ancestors' dreams and the memories of our descendants. And so the next time that you see a color that provokes some deep memory or emotion inside of you, maybe in that color there is a message from your ancestors. There is a message from all of those in this world who are to come after us. And I hope you take that message inside of your body and you use it to inspire a whole new movement of healing for yourself and for everyone else on this planet. Thank you so much, everyone, for your practice.